Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to This Navy SEAL Serial Killer Was Insane by Popo Medic. Now, this video should be something else, man. I've been loving Popo Medic's YouTube channel so far. He tells these crazy stories about either ex-law enforcement or just, people, normal people that just lose the plot. They do something crazy and then they either end up in jail or dead. It's just insane. This story here is it's from the comments in the video are just like people just shell-shocked about the story. I don't know what it is, because there definitely seems to be a correlation between, ex-members of the military or law enforcement, like at least on Popo's channel, that snap and then they either start robbing banks or they start going on different crime sprees. Maybe it's the stresses of the job, maybe it's personal stuff, who knows, maybe it's PTSD. But yeah, this story here, I'm eager to get to it and just find out what it's all about. So yeah, let's do it.
Saturday, May 25th, 2002. A former Navy SEAL, dishonorably discharged for insubordination and a history of going AWOL, turned to a life of crime with his toxic and equally psychotic wife. And together, the couple burglarized local businesses, internationally smuggled narcotics, and went on a demented rampage to fuel an adrenaline addiction that was quickly spiraling out of control.
Wow.
Until inevitably graduating to murder.
I went through BUDS with a sociopath. The honor man of my BUDS class is still in jail for chopping people up and then disposing of their bodies with his wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Because you would think, to get through BUDS and become a Navy SEAL, you've got to be like...
In 1996, 19-year-old high school swim champion Benjamin Seaford enlists in the United States Navy, with his sights set on becoming a special operator under one of the world's most elite fighting forces, the Navy SEALs. And after attending basic training, Seaford attended basic underwater demolition SEAL training and absolutely crushed it, and was even dubbed by his instructors as one of the fastest and strongest students in the program. And after 6 hellish months, Seaford completed BUDS and graduated with Class 212 in 1997, and even received the class's highest graduation honor and was given the nod as the class's honor man. Shortly after completing BUDS, Seaford, like most team guys, celebrated hard. And one party in particular would vastly alter the trajectory of his life after hooking up with 19-year-old Erica Grace. And just like him, Erica was ambitious, athletic, and all about show.
It's crazy how one decision in your life can just veer you off in a completely different direction, whether it's good or bad. You can look back on your life and you can find those key moments where, something just completely changed you or your life's trajectory.
The former collegiate basketball player and the Navy SEAL became inseparable, absolutely fueling each other's egos. Erica, in her social life, would often boast about her Navy SEAL boyfriend, and Ben thrived in Erica's godlike perception she held for him. The two narcissists found validation in one another. And after just a few weeks of dating, the two eloped and got married at the Silver Bells Chapel in Las Vegas.
They got married after just a few weeks?
And shortly after, having become all consumed by Erica, Ben began to disassociate himself from the teams. He no longer gave a shit about the Navy, and all he wanted to do was spend time with Erica. And not even a few weeks after their marriage, Ben Seaford was court-martialed and dishonorably discharged from the Navy in 1998 for reasons such as insubordination and reportedly going AWOL on multiple occasions. And by his peers, he was deemed mentally unstable. And instead of taking a step back and rethinking her relationship with Ben, Erica fully embraced and even celebrated Ben.
I mean, it's crazy because even here, she looks a bit unhinged. Both of them do, to be honest. They both look wasted.
Ben's darker side, and she began to egg him on. After Ben's discharge, the two felt liberated and moved to Erica's hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Erica started her own business, opening a local scrapbooking store. Who the fuck opens a scrapbooking store? Fucking lock her up. After committing the disturbing crime of scrapbooking, the couple turned to petty crime, setting up an eBay store full of stolen merchandise and promotional items from restaurants the two had burglarized. And many of the items were bizarrely from Hooters. and the couple reportedly earned close to $3,000 a week fencing stolen goods.
$3,000 a week? How much were they stealing?
The money earned through the store was used to finance the couple's bad habits, from bar hopping to the use of narcotics, which the couple would obtain and smuggle back to the United States from South America. And when they were back stateside, it was back to burglaries, doing whatever they could to get a dose of adrenaline, including Ben's obsession with purposefully trying to get pulled over just to attempt to evade police. Reportedly doing things such as driving upwards of 150 miles per hour, initiating full-blown police pursuits, of which he always escaped. And Erica became manic, impulsively buying jewelry, pet snakes, and strangely growing OCD over her eccentric Hooters memorabilia. Erica's friends even grew concerned, as Erica became unrecognizable, and the debauchery and mayhem, which defined the Seifrieds' relationship, began to peak. Instead of breaking into the restaurants late at night, the couple began to arm themselves and hit the chains earlier in the day. Minutes.
So they're just regressing. They're just becoming more and more degenerate and brazen in their criminal endeavors.
After closing time, pushing the envelope, almost looking for a potential robbery situation. And inch by inch, the Seifrieds were on a warpath to get their kicks off some artificially induced violence. In 2002, the Seifrieds rented a condo in Ocean City, Maryland, with full intentions of graduating to murder. The two would spend the afternoons at the beach day drinking, and the nights at the bars and the clubs, while attempting to find their victims. And on May 24th, the Seifrieds failed to produce the exact change needed for the bus ride. Nearby passengers and couple Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley covered the fare. The couples hit it off and made plans to meet up and go out.
God. Tell me these two aren't the ones that got murdered by them. Please tell me that.
Later that night. And around 11 p.m. the night of the 24th, the couples made their way to Secret's nightclub.
I got love. This ain't looking good. I got love. This music is such a crazy sort of juxtaposition. Like this joyful music versus the impending murder.
Joshua Ford and Ben bonded over the military, as Martha Crutchley and Erica gossiped over shots of tequila. And after last call, the Seifrieds invited the couple back to their condo at the Rainbow. They continued the party, rolled spliffs in the hot tub, and everything was cool. Until Erica, out of nowhere, snapped, claiming that her purse was missing from inside the condo, placing the blame on Joshua and Martha.
As if they would steal your purse. As if.
Ben pulled out a .357 Magnum and demanded that they give back the purse, at which point the petrified couple retreated into the bathroom, locking the door behind. Erica picked up the phone and dialed 911, informing dispatchers of some type of burglary scenario.
Mr. 911, did emergency?
Yes, I have an emergency at my apartment. There are people in my house who I don't know, and
people that I don't
my
know.
purse
You invited them over.
missing, and I'm afraid I'm going to have robberies here.
Okay, people in your apartment at this time?
Yes.
I'll connect you to the police. Stay on the line.
Hey.
What?
I'm upstairs in a bedroom where they don't know where I am.
Okay, I'll connect you to the police.
But before disclosing her address, Erica disconnected the line. And exactly what happened next is only known to Ben and Erica Seifried. But what is known is that Joshua Ford was shot through the bathroom door. And several more shots rang out after Ben kicked down the door altogether. And Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley were never seen again.
Oh my God. Tragic. They thought that they just met some cool people that they were going to have, a good time with. And bam, that was their last night ever, on this earth. Scary. Super disturbing, man.
The successful insurance executive and mortgage broker were both reported missing by their coworkers back in Virginia. Detectives from Ocean City Police Department jumped on the case and began pursuing leads from witnesses at Secret's nightclub. Meanwhile, the Seafrits conferred and evaluated their performance of what they did right and what they did wrong, such as the bogus 911 call to transmit a fake self-defense alibi. And eager to do it all over again, the couple was on damage control, covering their tracks, sterilizing the crime scene, and replacing the bullet-ridden bathroom door. And in order to remove the bodies from the high-rise condo, the psychotic couple turned to the barbaric practices of dismembering
them out. Oh my god. Just monsters.
The Seafrits set out to find their next victims, sticking to the same plan. While wearing Joshua Ford's ring around her neck, Ben and Erica found their next victims.
She wore the guy's ring?
Well, Melissa Sealing and Justin Todrow. They lured the couple back to the Rainbow and fired up the hot tub. However, Sealing and Todd Wright left the condo before Erica tried to play another sadistic game of Who Stole My Purse, after realizing that something was wildly off about Ben and Erica. By morning, the Ocean City Police Department, on the search for the missing Virginia couple, posted flyers all over town, leaving Ben and Erica with serious heat and no other options but to get out of town. They hit Secrets nightclub one last time before hitting a Hooters on the way out of town and tripping a silent alarm.
Oh, so that's what got them. Their obsession with Hooters. How ironic. You know, it wasn't the murders or anything like that. It was just petty theft. They're probably armed
Ben
burglary.
played it cool and kept his mouth shut. Erica, however, lashed out at officers, demanding that they open her purse and give her a Xanax. The officers obliged and discovered 5 casings of 38, as well as 2 Virginia driver's licenses for a Joshua Ford and a Martha Crutchlow.
That's a wrap.
Detectives were notified and officers were informed to get to the couple's rental condo at the Rainbow in the event the Seafrits were holding Joshua and Martha hostage. And under exigent circumstances, officers booted the door, and inside the rental, police found suspicious items within. The condo was secured as a crime scene, and the Seafrits were brought in for questioning.
It's over.
Presented with the evidence, Erica made a cold confession, claiming that Ben committed the murders and that she was simply in fear for her life.
Oh my god, look at that. As soon as the pressure's up, she folded and threw him under the bus.
Due to the fact that her husband had Navy SEAL friends. Ben, on the other hand, claimed that he was sleeping in the couple's Jeep, and when he returned upstairs, he witnessed the crime scene.
Wow.
He felt as though he had
On
no
each other.
choice but to help Erica out of the situation.
pinned
Both
it on
partners
each other.
flipped and continued to throw each other under the bus. And at the crime scene, investigators demoed the bathroom vanity and found blood in the tile grout. Samples were taken and examined and determined to be a DNA hit on both victims. In June of 2002, a grand jury handed down a 13-count indictment against both Benjamin and Erica Seafrit.
And
And the case
how much
became
time?
a media spectacle.
Life?
The noble seal and the seemingly good girl shocked the
Tell me both of these people got life in prison without parole.
world with the brutality of their crimes. On June 11th of 2002, Erica Seafrit was convicted and sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years. On April 9th, 2003, Ben Seafrit was convicted and sentenced to 38 years in prison. And in April of this year, Ben applied for and was denied parole and has a
The gall of him to apply for parole. How dare you?
mandatory release date of 2030. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe.
Absolutely insane story. You have to wonder if the Navy SEAL had never met that woman, had never met Erica, you know, how different could his life have been? But then on the flip side, you could say that evil side of him was always in there, and it could have manifested itself on the battlefield in horrific ways. So maybe he was destined to become this awful, evil criminal person. Who's to say? But, you know, you could also think that maybe Erica encouraged and brought out and amplified that part of him. It's a really fascinating story. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I think man, it's weird. It's like, you know, when you're on a night out, right, and you've had a couple to drink, you're feeling a bit woozy, and you maybe want to stop for a little bit or go home, but your friends are like, no, stay, have more, more, and you end up drinking way more than you probably would have if you were by yourself. You know, sometimes people can just make, you know, when other people influence you, they can make you do things that you ordinarily wouldn't do. I'm not trying to excuse him at all. The guy's obviously an evil person, but it's just a fascinating story, man. Just makes me think. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.